Have you ever wondered what happens after we die? Is there a tunnel of light, a reunion with loved ones, or just an eternal void? Some people claim to have had near-death experiences, seeing glimpses of the afterlife. But what if we could scientifically prove it? That's exactly what 5 ambitious medical students set out to do. They stop their hearts, cross the threshold of life and death, and come back changed. At first, it feels like unlocking a hidden part of the brain, but soon something follows them back. Something they should have never disturbed. This is the story of their dangerous game with death. Courtney, Ellen Page, a brilliant but troubled medical student, is haunted by a tragic event from her past, her younger sister's death in a car accident. Driven by a desperate need for answers, she devises a daring plan, temporarily stopping her heart to experience death and recording the brain's activity during the process. She gathers a group of fellow students: Jamie, James Norton, the cocky womanizer; Marlo, Nina Dobrev, the competitive overachiever; Sophia, Kiersey Clemons, the insecure perfectionist; and Ray, Diego Luna, the rational, grounded one. One night, inside an abandoned hospital basement, they prepare for the experiment. The tension is thick. Even though they are medical students, they are still just students. They are playing with forces they don't fully understand. Courtney lies on the makeshift operating table. The countdown begins. Her heart monitor beeps, then flatlines. For one terrifying minute, Courtney is clinically dead. Then something happens. She sees flashes of memories, details she had long forgotten. The sensation is overwhelming, beautiful even. But before she can fully grasp what's happening, her friends revive her. She wakes up gasping, her eyes filled with wonder. At first, the experiment seems like a groundbreaking success. Courtney is sharper, faster, almost superhuman. She recalls minute details from textbooks, plays the piano effortlessly, and even radiates a newfound confidence. The others are intrigued. If she gained these abilities from a 1-minute flatline, what would happen if they stayed dead longer? Jamie is the first to volunteer. Then Marlo. Then Sophia. Each of them undergoes the same process, experiencing euphoria and an incredible mental boost. They feel invincible. But Ray, the only one who refuses to participate, warns them. This isn't some sci-fi movie where you get superpowers. You literally died. What if there are consequences? At first, they laugh it off until the hallucinations begin. The past doesn't stay buried. One by one, they start seeing things. At first, it's subtle, a whisper, a shadow in the corner of their eye. But soon, it escalates. Courtney begins seeing her dead sister, staring at her with hollow eyes. Jamie is haunted by the ghostly vision of a woman he abandoned after a cruel mistake. Sophia is tormented by the echoes of a dark secret she tried to erase. What started as a scientific breakthrough turns into a waking nightmare. The hallucinations grow violent. Objects move on their own. Dark figures lurk in the shadows, watching, waiting. It's as if something crossed over with them. Something that doesn't belong in the world of the living. The more they fight it, the worse it gets. Realizing they have unleashed something beyond their control, they desperately search for a solution. They believe the hauntings stem from their guilt, from the sins they tried to bury. If they can make amends, maybe they can break free. Jamie tracks down the woman he wronged and apologizes. Sophia faces her biggest fear, confronting the expectations that have tormented her all her life. Marlo, who once covered up a fatal mistake in the hospital, confesses the truth. It seems to work. The hauntings lessen. Hope returns. But for Courtney, it's too late. Her guilt is too deep, her past too heavy. The visions overwhelm her, dragging her to the brink of madness. And then, just like that, she's gone. When her friends find her, she isn't breathing. This time, there's no bringing her back. Shaken by Courtney's death, the survivors realize the truth. Some doors should never be opened. They played with forces beyond their understanding, and they paid the price. Ray, who never flatlined, is the only one unscathed. He was right all along. Life is meant to be lived, not controlled. Some questions don't need answers. As they leave the hospital, they carry the weight of their choices, none forever changed by what they have seen. And as the final scene fades, one question lingers. Was it just in their minds, or did something truly follow